Make sure we're still connected. All right, YouTube, we're back. So there's something about, people, that ended up, being left out of your energy, feeling abandoned by your energy, are usually the ones that were like betraying your energy, right? A lot of this energy, a lot of this video cut off. I had like 20 more minutes of this energy on top of this 6. But it was really cohesive. So let's try to, I'm not going to try to mirror it. I'm just going to try to flow it. But to finish it off, not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. So it's like people valued your energy, but maybe you awoken to certain disrespect that people kept under your nose. And a lot of these things were, meant to be hidden in terms of people understanding, and I went into this point in the last, take of this recording, people understanding or feeling, whoever I'm tapping into, a lot of you guys fall under the jurisdiction where you feel, called to be of the chosen, right? In terms of what that connotates, right? And so with that, a lot of things you're going to go through is awakening to the disrespect that people hide from you, the betrayals that people hide from you. Betrayals, people are going to hide that from a lot of people, but there's a purposeful intent in terms of people hiding how they feel about you on a gossiping level, on a narrative spinning level, on a how they really feel about you level because of the value that they perceive your energy to hold. You could have grown up like the prophet Joseph, whoever I'm tapping into. There's something about, people feeling, this entitlement to kind of like throw certain things at your energy, behind the scenes, or throw certain things at your character, but in your face, they don't act that way. In your face, they may have acted a totally different way. Some of you guys, in your face, they could have acted that way themselves. They could have kept the same energy. Because the Joseph story, that resonates with his family completely mistreating him. But there's something about the shift that I'm being presided in why that card came out. In terms of the shift, in terms of people understanding, not to take his generosity, not to take her generosity, whoever I'm tapping into, for some type of charity work. Whoever I'm tapping into, people could have looked at you like the help in some way, shape, or form. In terms of an energy disposition, in terms of your energy that you hold, right? So you're shifting timelines rapidly, and this could be illuminating a lot of collapses of timelines that were associated with people that were like trying to kind of keep a hold of your life or keep connected to you, but didn't want you to get to a certain point, right? And these are kind of the same kind of energies that don't want to see your rise, right? Emperor energy, man or woman. There's something about people not wanting to see, the facilitation of your growth that's away from them, or any type of facilitation of growth or healing or enriching or influence or expansion that doesn't include them, right? So, that's kind of human nature, but in this case scenario, it's kind of contradictory or paradoxical when people are this jealous or resentful towards what it is that you carry within you, right? This could be your light, this could be your personality, this could be your voice, this could be something that you have about yourself, right? That people, you could have found out, whoever I'm tapping into, you could have awakened and made your moves based on decisions or based on certain understandings or illuminations that was intuitively provided or presided to you. Or sometimes it takes that one, conversation, that one circumstance, that one time that person gets mad and says what they really mean. You're very powerful, whoever I'm tapping into. So there's something about, you stepping into your power, or there's something that there was feared amongst people that did not want you to get away with them, away from them. And a lot of people thought that they were going to get away from certain things that they were saying behind your back, right? And this could like range from a lot of different ways of like gossip or like spell work, or I'm getting a lot of different ranges from extremes to lows to extremes to lows. Either way, it's like this kind of like energy that wanted to sabotage and was dead set on sabotaging and being some type of, conduit toward misfortune or mediation away from your power, whoever I'm tapping into. So you cutting your cords and seeing that people were taking your kindness for weakness, it awakened, it may have triggered you, it may have awakened you to redirect your energy in a certain way from people that they could be now feeling, right? And which could be triggering people into a victimization mode, right? Whoever I'm tapping into, you're moving towards generational wealth, which is coinciding with, I was speaking on this, value aspect. And it's not like people consciously, sometimes they can. And a lot of times it is conscious. But a lot of times it's so unconscious in terms of the habituation, the habitual movements and the habitual intentions that they may have towards your energy. But all along, they do respect your energy because they recognize that it has some type of wealth, value of some type of fortune. Whether that value of fortune represents healing, whether that value of fortune is the connection to source that they may not have, whether that value of healing is the finances that you have, whether that value represents itself as some type of healing, some type of restoration, some type of opportunity towards a higher path for them, right? So these could be the reasons that people keep disrespect from you to a certain extent and kind of mirror your energy. And if they don't mirror your energy, it's just a facade of fakeness, right? Playing with the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses, playing sweet. Everything just works out for you and people are enraged by this. These could be the same people that you recognize that weren't happy with your blessings, happy with your success. They weren't happy with what you had going on. They weren't excited for you. They were more detrimentally trying to take from it or trying to harm it so that they could take from you. And so what this represented was some type of underestimation that whoever I'm tapping into, maybe your soul didn't appreciate, maybe your ancestors didn't appreciate. Either way, there's some type of like when you feel that people are disrespecting you behind their back, but they can't even show it to you face to face, there's an underestimation. That's disrespect. And that's something that's very different. So your willpower to move forward away from these people has people shook in some way, shape, or form with the high priestess energy, because your illumination, your movement, your choices, whoever I'm tapping into, to disregard yourself from drama, calamity, gossip, or hidden drama, calamity, hidden intentions, hidden gossip, hidden spell work, or a hidden collective amount of like slander, whatever that is. That illumination of your choices illuminates how much you know, how much you see. And that can make people very intimidated for you to still be on track with everything that people intended for you through their influenced spite out of your decisions to move forward, right? So whatever I'm tapping into, you're moving forward towards your ambitions, your desires, in which, you know, I kind of brought up this theme, and I hope that it's in the last one in the beginning. It may not be, but I brought up this theme somewhere in that read in terms of the illumination of something that's contradictory to your path. And you're doing something that's like moving towards something continuously. If you have something that's kind of moving the opposite way, what it's going to do, no matter how much effort you put into this path, it's like the direct parallel opposite, but coming from a parallel opposite direction. And what's that going to do? It's going to even out whatever the effort is that you do. So that's kind of the illumination of energetic vampires on an energy level, or somebody that's unconsciously just like blocking your path. Right? People are haunted by the way they treated you. So this could be people that regret for maybe things they said, maybe things they were lied about, maybe the things they were wrong about, maybe the things they whatever, right? There's something about people not sitting well with the fact that it's almost this Kanye line. He said, in Heartless, he said, you just can't take that you just can't make it right. I can just leave it wrong and you can't make it right. Baby, I'm gonna take off tonight. Something like that. In the night. What did he say? I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Energy vampires around you wanted to take away from whatever that was. So heartbreak could be significant, or things to hurt your feelings, or maybe that's the influence decisions after you cut cords with certain individuals trying to hurt your feelings. Coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. There's some type of wheel of fortune that's changing that. Maybe people didn't foresee whoever I'm tapping into. I have a Kanye hoodie on right now, but you know, with that man's mental health and where he's going through right now in terms of what he's seen and what he's done and whatever, the illumination, all those things, I just, you know, you just pray for that man to find home, you know, and whatever that is, right? Because I see the illumination, what he be like doing and things like that. You can't even speak for that. And I'm a very big supporter, like an idol almost musically, but you can't idolize human beings, right? That's just kind of that message. But whoever I'm tapping into, there's something that people were influenced to cause a 3 of Swords to you. So whether that's a heartbreak or something of that nature to cause some type of revenge or out of spite, out of influence to your decision to move away from them. Even though your decision may have, like for a lot of you, you know, it's not for everybody, right? Take a resonate. For a lot of you, your illumination to move away from certain individuals was because of the colors of them either disrespecting your value, your worth, or you as a person, or them betraying you, right? Which is the same thing. So there's something about people feeling left out and feeling entitled to be a victim to you in some way, shape, or form when they had some type of plan or they were already siphoning off of your light in some way, shape, or form. Maybe through certain engages, through exchanges. Maybe these are people that were already taken from your energy. The illumination, the first read that I don't know when I'm gonna put out first. That read was talking about the very theme of like, you know, people exchanging your energy from certain cyclings of abuse, certain cyclings of things that hurt you, certain cycling of things that really sat with you, and they kept using that to go back towards you. And there's something about that being ended in terms of whether that manifests itself in this read, right? And it could be a similar collective energy, right? Take a resonates. But like, there's something about that illumination of whatever that distance, that boundary that you set, that cut, that cord cut. Use your third eye and intuition for your next decision. That intuitive decision that you made, whoever I'm tapping into, to cut a timeline up, right? And when I say cut a timeline up, in physical, energetic, corresponding words, right? I'm speaking of you cutting cords with certain things in a certain that resonate with a certain situation, whether that's an environment that you moved away from and cutting the energetic associations with it, whether that's just releasing. Of course, I'm speaking words, but there's so many different ways you can do it. But a lot of people give me those type of questions like, what are you talking about? Cutting cords, doing this, how do you do that, right? And I try to explain it. But people are in regret for how they treated you. Four of Swords energy, the second time that came out. So it's something that's restoring your energy amidst you moving away. Maybe you're just finding your peace. Maybe you're just looking for your peace, right? Maybe you're searching to maintain your peace. Maybe you're protecting your peace. Maybe you're protecting your wealth. Maybe you're protecting your energy. Maybe you're protecting your relationship. Maybe you're protecting something that's, it can just generalize for so many different people, so many different things, but you're protecting something. And you made a decision to, or maybe you made a big decision, or maybe you're making decisions out of protection of these things, right? And this could be influencing people to feel a certain way, to do certain things, right? That could be backfiring. So new levels, new devils. This is something about ascension. This is what comes with ascension. This is what comes with taking that step to step into a new timeline. What comes with that is new levels, new devils, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean a new enemy. It doesn't necessarily mean a new entity. It could be the same person with a different diabolical ass ploy to come at you this time. It could be the same thing. It could be the same kind of whatever that resonates a different storyline or represents a different energy with it, but it can represent the same kind of cycle. And if you're following me here, you guys understand that a lot of the things that are going to keep being recuperated back to you in terms of testing you, in terms of testing your self-development, in terms of testing your self-wittiness, in terms of testing your self-esteem, in terms of testing your decision-making amidst pressurized times in your life, when that's either going to make you into a rock or make you into diamond. There is no in between. You cannot have a mediation when you have a tower moment. There's no in the middle. Either you're gonna go with that tower and go with the shift, or you're gonna fall with the tower. There's no in between. So this is kind of one of those energies in terms of people feeling like spiritual injury could be significant, in terms of people feeling some type of way, in terms of people feeling your distance, in terms of feeling like you're gone, feeling like you're missing in action, right? Gossip behind the scenes. These could have been the same people that were gossiping about you. People that signs your intuition ain't lying. So there's something about a reaffirmation in terms of somebody's decisions to move away from a certain environment, circumstance, or situation that definitely didn't have the right influence, energies, intentions for that ass, right? They try to form smear campaigns and groups. These could have been the same people that try to smear and destroy your character, your reputation, and try to make you seem like something you weren't. These could have been the people that try to use certain things that you were against you. People try to maybe take a half-truth against you. So I have certain things that I can go into on a future video in terms of people try to take a half-truth in my life and try to make it a big propaganda, right? On Broad Street, right? Just because I got this going on in my life. It's a whole different story though. But I'm resonating these messages or relaying these messages to certain people, certain circumstances to affirm the fact that you made that decision to set that distance, to cut that person off, to set that distance from that person, to empower yourself. What that did was clear out your energy and clear out the energy for the accumulation so you can accumulate more energy. sometimes when people are that dead set on controlling you, it can hold and shackle your energy, and it can limit both of your energies. And sometimes people are at that point where they don't respect themselves, or they don't care enough to give a fuck about any of that. And it can be a win for them to do something so self-depreciating like that, as long as it gets to you. So it's your job and your responsibility, whoever I'm tapping into, to make the righteous decision out of self-respect for you, and maybe even of the other person or other people involved, right? And that's kind of a reaffirmation of whatever this message is really correlating to in terms of a spiritual initiation, that this is pushing you to activate a higher version of yourself into fruition. That's my last message. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika-san with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. I love when the readings really stop and I get the second take. The second take is always way better than the first one. And I thought the first one was cohesive, but this one was way better. But I see why, things happen for a reason. Either way. But I have a partnership with Rose Forever New York, and I have a partnership with Otter Spirit if you're interested in 20% off of either or for any type of floral decor, rose bouquets, or anything of any vibration enhancing jewelry. It's your boy Justice. I'm sending my love and ashe to every single one of y'all. Peace out.